Hi guys, thanks so much for checking out my tutorial today on a full set. This is her birthday set, so it's going to be a lot of chunky glitter, blingy, beautiful blueness. It's a Nipsey blue, so beautiful. I'm really excited. I am just starting off as usual, just pushing back her cuticles, making sure that I get all that dead skin up off, any of the dead skin I should say, off. I did not cut her cuticle area. I didn't feel like she needed it. I said in other videos, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Then I went in with my round cuticle drill bit. I got this off of Amazon, which it will be linked below. I really love this drill bit because it just gets all the extra little crinkly bits off. And from around the cuticle area, it kind of lifts up that skin a little bit, which if they do have a little bit of skin like she does, I'll leave that because it actually is better to tuck the acrylic under. Whereas like I see a lot of videos, they just these poor clients, their nail beds, or their cuticle areas after these nail techs get done just they look clean. Don't be wrong, they're Mr. Clean, you feel me? Mr. Cleany clean. But they look so raw and just not very they look like they hurt. So I didn't cut hers. She had just a teeny bit, so I just went in with that cuticle bit, and then now I'm going in with my 180 sanding band and just going off and getting smoothing out the surface a little bit, getting all the natural oils off, any little crumbly bits left from the soak off, so that extra acrylic, whatever, kind of filing them down so that they're not so long under the clear nail tip. I pretty much always use clear nail tips. It's very rare that you'll see me use a natural colored nail tips. I do have them. I have a plethora of different nail tips: straight, curve, long, short, super short, really, really long, just, natural, non-natural, white, whatever. So you should always have options for your clients, but a lot of my clients don't really care. They pretty much just go based off of whatever I decide for, in regards to whatever the design is. Okay, now that I have a nice clean nail plate, I'm going to apply my nail tips, making sure that when you're measuring your nail tips, you're measuring from sidewall to sidewall. If they are too short, it'll cause a pressure, an area where the nail can pop off or break. If they're too wide, then you're going to have lifting because you're going to have an area that you're not getting a seal on the sidewall, and oils are going to get in there, water is going to get in there, all kinds of stuff, and it's just going to lift and pop off. So you want to just make sure that everything fits nice and snugly without you having to force the nail tip on. I'm just going in and measuring them to the length that she wants, cutting them all down, and then I'll measure them together, both hands, and make sure that they're even. She wants them squares, so I really don't have to do anything after that except for just make sure that the tip itself, because I went in, cutting and whatnot, that they're even straight across with my nail file. Now I'm going and taking my e-file and I'm blending out the nail tip with the natural nail. This is an important step to make sure that everything looks super seamline. You want to make sure that when you are filing, that you're just filing on the plastic nail tip. You're not trying to file her natural nail. We've already filed it enough. We don't need to add any more filing to it. That's how you start getting those red lines and divots in the nail. So you want to just make sure that you're not causing any of that uncomfortable feeling or burning or anything for your client by just using your e-file only on the plastic nail. And now I'm just going in, as usual, Valentino, Dehydrator, and Bond. I think both of these steps are really important. I know some nail techs swear by just primer, some just Dehydrator. I don't know. I prefer both. So I go in with both of those before I do my sets. And make sure that you're cleaning off the nail really well before you start these sets, because if you just come in with, like, you don't really clean it off, you just come in with dehydrator and primer, it's not going to do anything, because you're going to have all these like dusty stuff, especially if you're doing clear nails, you'll see it through. So just making sure you're cleaning it off. Now I'm going in with that clear layer, the clear layer I was telling you guys about earlier. I love this clear layer. It helps so much when I have to file down, like if I'm doing a whole design change, as well as it does help your colored acrylics adhere and to not stain the nail. If you just pop on, a really high pigmented color directly onto the natural nail, more than likely you're going to dye the client's nail that color. So this will just help alleviate a lot of stuff by just putting a clear layer. The natural nudes, cover beiges, stuff like that, honestly, they do stick to the natural nail really well. Like, you don't have to put the clear if you know they're going to get a soak off, I guess. But in my opinion, and kind of pretty much just off of like GP, just habit, I should say, I just, put the clear layer under. So I did that clear layer. Then I'm going to go ahead and put all of the nude on. Okay, and now I'm going to come in with the chunky glitter down first. I prefer to do the chunky glitter first, then I'll come in with a bead of clear acrylic mixed with a fine blue glitter that matches this chunky glitter, as well as a clear holographic glitter. It's really nice. I like how it. So the holographic glitters that I have a few different kind of colors. I have like a yellow tinted one, a green, blue, pink, and then just like a regular kind of silvery clear. So they all pretty much are designed to reflect. First and foremost, I don't remember where I got these from, so don't even hype yourself up. It's not gonna be listed below unless I find it on Amazon. But yeah, it reflects the glitter that's under, and it reflects through. And then since it's already geared towards that specific color, blue, green, whatever, it just, the shimmer and the shine and the depth in these nails is outstanding. I personally love to do my glitters like this. I know some people might comment or are thinking like, why didn't she just mix them all together and lay them? I personally don't like to do that because I find that the chunky glitter, it's not an even mix. I'm not in control of the mix when you do that. And I really like to lay that chunky glitter so that it's not super piled on top of each other. It has enough room to kind of space out and you can really see it, and you can just really see the detail in it all. So when you start just putting on too much of that chunky glitter, you can't see anything really. It's just how I feel. So yeah, that's just, long story short, I babbled, but that's what I'm getting at, is I prefer just the dark chunky glitter and then to kind of do my layers to give it a lot of depth. So the next part is pretty much like self-explanatory. I did my click test where you just tap the nail with the nail file to make sure that you hear that clicking sound and like a strong clicking sound. That way you know it's 100% dry. Filing, I'm just cleaning up that shape a little bit. I laid these really nicely, so there's not much that I have to do. My number one tip probably that I could say to newbies is you just want to make sure that you're getting your laying of acrylic down first. Invest in you some Mia Secret Clear with some Mia Secret monomer and utilize that as your beginning product. Don't be cheap going on Amazon trying to get all the design packs and stuff, because let me tell you, those $25, $30, $50 packs aren't even worth it. And Mia Secret's not even that expensive to get, you know, a 4-ounce bottle of monomer with some clear or some cover beige or something like that. Like, but learn how to lay your acrylic smoothly first. And I promise you, promise, your clients won't be upset about how long it takes you in the beginning. They know that you're a beginner as long as you are confident, like you come off confidently, but you let it be known like, yes, I am a beginner, but I take my time to make sure that everything is laid correctly and cleanly. And if you do that and make sure that you don't flood your cuticles, you're meeting sidewall to sidewall, you're laying it really smoothly, keeping your brush clean and wet with some monomer, you'll have a beautiful, beautiful foundation to work with. So the filing is not going to take long at all. And then eventually you'll get faster and faster and faster at laying the acrylic. And then the next thing you know, you're set to be super quick. You're not doing all the filing. You're like, wow, I didn't know I could go from 4 hours to an hour and a half or something like that, So definitely, work on your foundation. It's like anything, you have to have a strong foundation first. Now that they're all shaped up again, I'm just going in with that 1-in-4 drill bit. I love this drill bit. I have learned that you do have to focus on coming from one side to the other side. So you always want to start, me, I'm right-handed, so I start from the right to the left and work my way all the way. It gives it a nice, smooth, even look. This is so satisfying. I'm watching this doing the voiceover, like I can't even focus. So there's times where you guys hear me that I'm like and it's because I'm lost in the video a little bit, or hi, I smoke, so could be that too. 420 friendly. Hey to all my smokers. Hey y'all, I hope you guys are getting lit. I know I am while doing this voiceover. But yeah, so I'm just going in and just kind of really, like I said, I laid that really good foundation. I laid this really nice and smooth. So this cut out a lot of my filing time, a lot of my filing work. I'm just like boom, 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 a little bit over it, smooth out that cuticle area, create a really nice seal, making sure that you're cleaning under your tip area. So the very, very free edge, the very tip of your nail, you really do want to take your nail file under there and create the curve again. It's just natural for you to get a little bit of acrylic right there. And it makes or breaks your shape so much. That's some really good advice for you when you go and you're taking your pictures and you're like, God, I swear I shaped these to the gods. Why is it not reflecting in this picture right now? Like, why are my edges so weird? It's because you didn't go under that free edge right there at the very tip and just run your file under it to create that really sharp C or curve or whatever under C curve under the tip. So just take your file, make sure you're doing that, as well as creating a nice seal around the cuticle area so you don't get any lifting. Checking, you'll see throughout the whole video, you'll always see me checking from different angles, lifting the nail, seeing what it looks like head on from the sides, stuff like that, because it's more than just one angle. It's not just a top view, eagle view of this. You got to get all the angles so that you have an all-around well-shaped nail. Listen. Everybody's had their nails done, okay? And you know that once you get them done, you stare and you stare and you stare and you micro, like just sitting at work, sitting at home, sitting on the toilet, and you just sitting there staring at your nails and seeing everything. So you want to make sure that from all angles, it looks good. You don't want divots, you don't want dents. That also affects your painting. So if this was the type of set that I needed to paint a French tip on and it was all lumpy and weird, once I go to start painting on top of that, you're going to definitely see it. It's going to look super like hills and valleys on the nail, like an ocean. It's just waves of color, of paint. Ugh. That a lot of times is also why photos don't probably look the best for you, is because you might have some lumps and stuff, and just work on smoothing those out. And now I'm coming in with my buffer. I'll be honest, I don't know about this buffer. I don't like, as in, I don't know. Somebody gave me some of these, and I ran out of my little orange ones that you guys see me using, which I miss so dearly. These are good. I mean, they're buffers. They're okay. I just prefer my little bitty ones. But yeah, so I'm just going and I'm buffing all these nails out, so that I can start, cleaning them off and then laying all my gems. Okay, so boom, here we are. We made it to the end, finally. Well, I shouldn't say finally. This set only took like an hour and a half, hour 45 or something like that, from start to finish, which really isn't that bad. That's including like gem work and stuff. But, So I'm just laying these gems. I really like these. I actually get all my gems off Amazon. I mean, I know people like Swarovski and all that kind of stuff, which let me just say, I'm so proud of myself because I swore up and down in my head that I was going to stumble over Swarovski, and I said it twice without stumbling on a word. Yes. But anyway, I know people like Swarovski and Preciosa, crystals, diamonds, gems, whatever you want to call them. Look, these from Amazon, I never have problems. People talk about always how beautiful they are. It's how you apply them. I apply them very well, so I don't have to worry about them lifting, coming off, whatever. Most of the time, people don't ever come to me with gems really missing. And if they do, I mean, they come every 3 or 4 weeks. So, I mean, you have a lot of time, though. Usually you're like, oh my God, they just came off, a nail just broke, like a gem just started coming off the other day, you know? So, but yeah, they stay really nicely. They look good. They're pretty to me. I don't really, you can see, I guess, if you're really, you know, if you know, you know, if you know, you know, between Swarovski and these crystals. Yes, true. But they get the job done. And I don't have to charge an extra $50 a nail for gems. You know what I mean? I like to cater to the women who are regular, who have like a regular budget, you know, they want it to look good, but they really don't need to bling it out like that. You know what I'm saying? So and as you know, going in with that Valentino top coat, the no wipe gel top coat, this is the best top coat I've ever used. I've only used one other top coat though, so I mean, who am I to say? But I stand by Valentino. Honestly, 99% of the brand stuff that I have used, I like. So, and especially a no wipe top coat, because I see people using white top coats and I'm like, why would you want to add the extra step? Like, I get so confused as to like who's gonna sit there and like, no, I don't understand it. So I came right out the gate with this, with not having to do it, and I've never gone back. Call me bougie. I'm top coat bougie. Okay. So yeah, that's just going in with that top coat. Then I do the cuticle oil, and this is our final result. Yes, I understood the assignment. Okay. Please, please, please do not forget to like, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, especially my TikTok. Thanks so much, you guys. I will see you guys next time. Be safe. Bye.